デッドリープレモニション2ね、まだまだ続く導入部分ということで続きやっていきたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。これなんか調べると、こう他のところ調べてないのに進んじゃったりする場所もあるから、ちょっと難しいですね。瓶に詰められた蜂の巣。
That's royal jelly.
ローヤルゼリー。
Huh?
は
You were staring at the jar, weren't you?
はい、見てました。
Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside?
まあ。
We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state.
なるほど。
The queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions.
ほう。ってこれね、蜂いるの？
It's a perfect food, filled with power. Meant to, by absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power.
はいは
い。Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
逆じゃないの？女王蜂だけメスで働きは全部オスじゃないの？そう思ってたんですけど、違うのか？
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico. Male bees are only born to inseminate.
あ、そうなんだ。
And they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot. They have short lives and don't even get stingers. Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree? Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children. But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so.
まあ種の繁栄においてはね、そうね、男の役割のそのきっかけ作りしかないよと。
If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe. Be careful, Simon.
Huh? Of what?
Your bell's already stolen the reins from you.
なるほどね。
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
なんだ H5 って。
That's right. John Harrison's fifth chronometer, completed in 1770.
ほう、骨董品じゃん。ね。
After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him. That's only a replica, of course.
あ、はい、骨董品じゃなかったです。
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect. We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
男のロマンなんですか？ちなみに私めはですね、腕時計を負けない人間なので、時計あんまり気にしないですね、なんかね。
I disagree.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen.
なるほどね。それもなんかわかりますね。
Yet nowadays people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
いや、それはちょっとだいぶ暴力的。
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure? Come on, Belle. Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a second here. That Board of Longitude thing. What the heck is that?
来ましたね。サイモン、いいですね。この会話に関する一服の清涼剤としての、ちょっとおバカキャラですね。
I mean, I've heard of it before. I'm an FBI analyst, remember? I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it is, really. I'm telling the truth.
言い訳感たまんない。
Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
しかも誰も答えない。悲しすぎるだろ、サイモン。じゃあ行きますか。
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What did we just say?
グリーンベールの話は思い出したくないってね。
We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan. This photograph predates Greenvale.
出たね、あの木ですね。
It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
Red tree. Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case.
あ、グリーンベイルの方がそのリス・クラクソンの殺害事件より後なんですね。なるほど。
They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees. Both.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees. Figured.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
The red trees. You really did your homework.
大事なとこだね。
Well done, Belle. You're good.
めっちゃ褒めてる。
Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now?
ガチでっていうのにちょっとクスッとしちゃいましたね。なんだその翻訳と思いながら。
I want to know what went down in Lucare in 2005.
Fine. We'll tell you. We'll tell you what happened in that town. Yes.
そう
It was that red tree.
赤い木が
That red tree ruined my life.
俺の人生を狂わせた。
It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
Never a choice when somebody needs you. You can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone. Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny to be alone. There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you. Call to me to keep searching, walk alone.
Zach. Zach. Can you hear me, Zach? There you are, Zach. Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach? Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us. Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only heard what I heard. But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
さあこれであれですね、いわゆる導入が終わってオープニングも終わってね、まあついにヨークのターンになりました、ね、でさ、じゃあついに事件について学 まともにあれかな。まず被害者について聞いてみましょう。
You said the victim was a 16-year-old.
オープニングの写真の子だね。
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
町の全員が知っている。
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
この時はどういう死に方してたんでしょうかね。
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seal. They own most of the land round here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know. They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
まあもうほとんど町が持ち物みたいなレベルですね。クラークソン家について。
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you.
近づかないこ
Best
とだ。
steer clear of that place.
あんまり気さくな皆様ではなさそうですね。
That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power.
リアルパワー。
Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all.
おじいさんですね。
So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
そんなやべえのか。
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
次、地元警察について。
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
笑われる。
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart, and when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show.
そんな猟奇的な殺され方したの。
The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
ニューオーリンズについて。
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief. Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism.
ほう。そう、このヨークはなんか映画好きなんですよね。前回も移動中に勝手なフリートークをするんですけど、割と B 級映画の話してましたね。今回もそういうのあるんですかね。
Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat People. That's my point. Cat People. 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of cat people for myself. That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
もう理由はなんか聖地巡礼みたいな感じなのね。
Okay.
完全に引いてますね。
Another vital element of cat people is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece. Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period.
これはものすごい、なんつうか、はい。
You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
やべえ映画オタク感出てますね。
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
はあ。猟奇殺人について。
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister, Why do you look so excited, huh? Like a kid asking Grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who
だから
died in
どう考えても
bizarre
ド変態
ways.
なんだよな。
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar,
An altar?
like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah. Wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
なるほど。
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces, scattered around the altar like.
あ、この時点でも遺体はバラバラだったんですね。
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
は
Huh?
同じ反応。
But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really. But I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana, so I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a...
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. And who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of the last starfighter.
ちょっと現実はそこまでは追いついてませんね。まあ過渡期ですね。
1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself. Especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had...
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
いや、才能ありすぎだろ。
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The least Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach, the searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
食ってなくないか？
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
ですよね。
The tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
.はい、ということで、自由に操作可能になりました。オープニング部分終了ね。こっからじゃあ本格的に。いや、ほんと長くて、まさか3パートにわたる導入があるとは思ってなかったんだよね。すまない。はい、というわけで、こっからね、次回から、話を普通に進めていきたいと思いますが、とりあえず今回はここでね、中断したいと思います。さあさあ、どういう事件がこの後待っているのか。そもそもリーサ当時、この時代でどういう殺され方をしたのかとかいろいろ気になりますけれども、ね、そのあたりはまた次回ということで。はい、というわけで今回もありがとうございました。またね、見てやってもいいぞっていう方は、次回とかね、他のタイトルの動画でお会いしましょう。お疲れ様でした。